This is Mike Restrepo with Between Two Racks, and haven't got to talk to you in a bit while. And we have my favorite little white box, Crestron, and we figured we'd do an unboxing. So, without further ado, let us talk about the PC 350v-18. Well, power management has been one of these things that everybody's been talking about. May it be from control, being able to reduce the amount of power you're controlling, to recovering your system. So when you think Crestron, you always think things that are a little bit more. And of course, they came out with their own solution. So here's our cool little box. And I have to be honest, it's got some weight to it. As most Crestron products, they feel quite strong. As always, they're great packaging. The box is really, really sturdy. So it came in taping. And these little white boxes that they design always comes out so great. So let's open her up. Now, we have the 18 outlet version. So I wanted to, this is the, we like the big boy one for the big boy rack. So you figure 42U rack, this should cover the majority of the things inside of the rack. You gotta love that. And everybody's thinking being green, how many times do we open up one of these boxes and it's full of plastic stuff? I love when I see cardboard. Look at that. Being green, this is great. Reducing, you don't have the million manuals that always get thrown away. They're not in here. Packaging is simple, to the point, sturdy, and I really like how you can see how their bracket actually comes way down, where it's not just the tip where you can see where it would bend. Very sturdy packaging. And and you gotta check out these brackets. How nice is that? Pops right back on, any direction, up or down. That's great. All the mounting hardware. Nice long fat power cable. And standard. So that's it. No weird changing out outlets. No 20 amps. So standard 15 amp. Now let's get into some of the magic. Now, as we all know, how sweet is that? Very Crestron, very hard. Brackets are right there. See how they mount right on. How great is that? Make it easy to pull on and off. And in the outlets, you notice there's 3 sets of banks and in different directions, which is great. And not in one bank, but these 3 are in one and these 3 are in opposite direction. You can see that these are actually filtered. There's 12 filtered and 3 that are not. Now, there seems to be an additional board. And Crestron always loves doing cool stuff like this. God knows what would be coming in here. But you have it even looks like there's a temperature probe, LAN connection. Very cool stuff. Power. So this is definitely, I'm excited about putting this into our test bed, really testing it out. And the reality is, when we think of this, and as we saw a lot of the different manufacturers, they started picking up their own little, monitoring system. If you haven't seen out their Domotes paired with Crestron is that marriage that they're truly designed for each other. If you haven't heard about it, you've probably seen it in Toolbox if you're an actual Crestron dealer. Being able to manage the system and see the ports, that's what they're all designed for. So this is definitely an add-on to it where you really get this marriage, where all the beauty, all the control, that favorite Crestron brand where it's all going to work together, and having something where you can now monitor it, see if it goes up and down, where all the products work together. And the great is when we have Toolbox going and you're trying to push into something, leveraging products like Domos for remote management is definitely that key. So there's another open unboxing. This is Mike Restrepo. Between Two Racks. Check you on the next one.